Because you have to be in the microphone so that way people can hear you talk.
Oh my god.
Totally worth it.
You should put that on the case feed.
Oh my god. I've noticed a lot of really stupid things I say are the little things you send out to people. I say a lot of stupid stuff, though. You got a lot of
ammunition there.
Yeah.
You did say,
Warning, the following show will spoil the hell out of George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire books and the TV show A Game of Thrones. Also, you're probably going to find a fuck ton of bad language. The explicit tag is there for a reason.
Death and boobies, 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 death and boobies. Welcome back to the Ironwood Network Book Club. I'm your host, Widow Wolfsbane, and with me today, as per usual, are Lady Wyvern and Maester Ironwood, and we have our patron with us today, Katarina!
Hello.
Yay, welcome.
Yay, welcome to the Ironwood Network Crazy. How's it going?
Good. I'm not sick anymore. Just sound like it, so that's good.
Good. All right.
Well, we're glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
So today on the books, we have Arya Chapter 4. What?
Cool.
Is it chapter 4?
Yes,
You
yeah,
were actually right.
I'm always right on the chapter numbers.
Yeah.
All right. So Katarina got voluntold to do the synopsis. So you can back out of that if you want still, and we'll just make the Maester do it. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna not.
Oh, there we go. All right.
I
so
love that.
now you're voluntold to do this, Maester.
All right. So, in case you guys aren't sick and tired of hearing me do all the synopsises,
I've been banned, so I can't say anything.
you did such a great job the last time.
Did you?
Yeah, I did actually. The last one that I did was not that bad.
You really want to give her a shot?
No, I'm gonna
Give
go
it
ahead,
to her.
I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I should make you do it.
No.
She can do the Dany chapters.
All right, so we start out, and Arya is at dancing practice with Mr. Syrio Farrell.
Yes.
And he is beating the shit out of her, as per usual, and proceeds to fake her out by telling her he's going left and then going right and then bashing her in the shoulder with his wooden sword with metal inside.
Yeah.
And she complains and cries, and he says, well, you're a dead girl, so you can't complain. And so then he tells her that he needs to tell her a story, and he proceeds to tell the King's New Clothes version of how he became the first Sword of Braavos.
The King's New Clothes?
Yes, where people see what they want to see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, where he's completely naked?
Well, yeah, but some people see the clothes, and
Yeah.
and one person sees that he's actually wearing nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody else in Bravo saw a big tiger lion thingy, and Syrio saw just a cat.
Yep.
So he tells the
A boy cat at that.
the King's New Clothes version of how he became the first Sword of Braavos.
Okay. All right.
And then they are interrupted by a member of the King's Guard, Sir Meryn Trant,
Yeah, fuck that guy.
along with a couple of Lannister guardsmen,
Fuck
5
those
of
guys
them.
too.
And they say that they've been sent by the hand of the king to collect Arya. And Arya is about to go with them when Syrio stops her and says, why would Lord Stark send Lannisters and not Starks to collect Arya? To which they have no answer and proceed to attack. Syrio sends Arya on her way. Proceeds to beat the shit out of all of the Lannisters with his wooden sword while Arya is heading for the back door. And then Sir Meryn Trant steps in, cuts Syrio's sword in half as Arya disappears out of the scene, so we have no idea what happens to Syrio Farrell.
Ain't nobody dead.
I live by a very important mantra when it comes to TV shows, books, and movies, and that is there ain't nobody dead.
Hard facts.
And then so Arya escapes out and is trying to get back to her father. But doesn't make it. Because he's in jail.
Bum,
It's
bum,
sad.
bum.
She
Boy.
kills the stable boy because she's still trying to escape, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to make some extra money by stopping you and turning you in."
Mhm.
And so she runs him through Longshanks
Yep.
in the belly with needle.
Through the belly
God.
and up, and it comes out between the shoulder blades.
So
With-
angled
with
slightly
needle.
Oh,
upward.
she went up.
Angled
Good
upward.
girl.
So needle is blooded.
I love how it was worded.
Yeah, it is.
She lost everything Syrio taught her, but she remembered what John taught her.
Her first lesson ever.
Very
Stick
first
'em
lesson.
with the pointy
Stick 'em
end.
with the pointy end.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So, and then she's on her own,
Yep.
trying to survive in Flea Bottom.
Well,
Scrabbling through the city,
yeah.
trying to get back to the dungeon place.
She's trying
or
to
whatever.
get out right now.
Trying to
Yeah,
get
she's trying to get to the
out.
dungeon to get out of the city.
Yeah.
'Cause
She
that's
is
where
in the
those people came
dungeon.
in from.
Yep.
She's back where she ran into
The wizard.
With
The
the
wizard.
monsters.
and
Yeah.
the
Asgard.
monsters.
Yeah. Ilario and Varys.
Yep. So, a pretty cool chapter. I like it.
I do like this
It's good
chapter.
stuff. Arya's
Yeah.
first kill.
Katerina, you picked a
So
good
far,
chapter.
so far, her only kill.
Arya's my favorite, so I wanted to do the next Arya chapter.
Don't
Well,
I
blame
can't
me.
blame. Yes, I can't blame you. The more of her chapters I read, the more and more she becomes a top 5.
She's literally the only Stark that's worth a shit.
Well, she's literally the only character that has a chapter in each book, too.
Fair enough. Oh,
What?
I thought John has a Feast for Crows and a Dance with Dragons. He has like a couple of crossovers.
I don't know. I would have to look.
I think her and John are the two characters that have chapters everywhere.
I wouldn't know.
No, because you haven't read that far.
Nope.
No, I haven't either, honestly.
All right. So who wants to start our discussion?
I'm going to start with Syrio Farrell's a badass.
Fuck yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
I do like some Syrio Farrell.
Right? And then we find out, too, like, literally, like, 2 pages in or whatever, that Syrio Farrell is the only person Arya listens to. Because she very specifically, and I highlighted this as, but he had taught her to do as he said. And I'm like, Catelyn and Septa Mordain and Ned have been trying to do that for 9 years, and this guy accomplished it in 9 minutes.
I think it was 6 months.
I was saying, though,
She
like,
even sasses him, too, though. She sasses everybody.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She wouldn't be Arya if she didn't do that.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Now, I have a question. Okay, so the guy that they had play Syrio Farrell on the TV show,
Mhm.
does anybody just have a completely different mental picture of Syrio Farrell than him?
Isn't he bald in this?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
he's bald.
He's got like a fro in the show.
Yeah, he's like
In
a
the
Jew
show.
Fro in the fro. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the show. Like
I
don't.
don't because I started watching the show before I found the books.
Oh, boo!
Yeah, see,
I'm
I
guilty
did
of
too.
the same thing, though, Maester. Shut up.
You're
I did-
all
But-
guilty of it.
Yeah,
This is my third time going through these books, so
Well, you got me beat.
yeah. Yeah, no, I still picture, like, when they described him, I pictured somebody else, but as I'm actively reading, I do picture the series that they picked for the show.
Oh, okay.
But the
That's my
guy
problem,
the guy that I pictured in my mind for Syrio Farrell is a shorter version of Steve from Jerry Springer, the bouncer.
Oh my god.
Oh,
A
Jesus.
shorter version of him with a tan. So basically an Italian dude.
So just like a short but really jacked guy
Yeah.
who's a smooth, graceful water dancer.
Yes. Yes.
What goes on in your mind?
Do you really want to know?
No,
I don't know if you want to know that.
I don't think I do. See what
Oh,
I
by the way, John does not have a chapter in Feast for Crows. I looked
That's
it
right.
up.
It's Sam. We get Sam's POV though in that one.
Yeah,
So we get John, but just through Sam. That's
Sam.
right.
Well, Sam's a badass.
I had
too,
to look it up.
Sam the Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
See, because when I picture Syrio from the books, I think of like Aang from Avatar, but like
Oh.
older.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that reference is.
The guy with the
Avatar,
arrow on
the
his head.
Last
Avatar: The
Airbender?
Last Airbender?
No.
You've never seen it?
He's got the blue
cartoon?
arrow on his
Yeah.
forehead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aang, the main character, the
With the little
Oh,
with
I've
the
seen
ears
pictures.
the
Okay,
Airbender
yeah.
guy. I see him, but older.
and a giant air buffalo, Appa. Up, up.
You've lost me now.
That's who I picture whenever I read
I can
Syrio
totally
in
picture
the
that.
books.
Only
I
it's
see
like,
that.
yeah, only his. I mean, he doesn't have any hair, but I would picture his hair like that. He doesn't have any.
He doesn't have any, so.
They should have made his hair in the show like that. That would have been amazing.
I still just picture him as the TV show. Like, I'll read the description and then it's out of my head
Yeah.
because no, this is Syrio.
Yeah, that's how I am.
I'm guilty of it.
I hear that guy's voice too when he talks in the
He
book.
just does such a good job. So
He
Yes.
does. I hear his voice.
I definitely hear his voice too.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, so he is beating the shit out of Arya.
And
Just
enjoying every
cracking
minute.
her leg. Left, right, up, down, left, right, behind.
She's got a
forward,
couple parries in there, just a couple.
doing like the infinite life code.
I
on
was
her.
going to say,
Yeah.
up, down.
Yeah, exactly.
she almost touched him. She made a big point of that. I almost got him.
Yeah, and she smiled so big when she almost hit him.
Yeah. Yep,
I think that made her lose her concentration, which is why she got hit, though.
probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so he says left the last time. He says left and then goes right and hits her.
Yep.
And she complains that he lied to her.
You're a dead girl. Shut up.
Yeah, Dead Girl's not complain. And she's like, "But you lied." He goes, "No, I didn't lie." He goes, "My voice lied, but my body didn't."
Yep, my
You
body told you exactly where I was going.
Yeah. He goes, "You weren't watching." She goes, "I was told that." She goes, "No, you saw, but you didn't watch."
You watched, but you didn't see.
Or yeah, watch, but you didn't see. So like she was watching his body move, but she didn't see what the movements were telling her.
Yep.
So
So then he has to tell her.
first faceless man.
Well, he has to teach her the difference between watching and seeing.
Yes. And I feel like this is the first of her faceless men training.
Well, it's the same as
Ooh.
the difference between listening and hearing.
Are you?
But that's a really good point.
Are
Right?
you Are you going Syrio Farrell as a faceless man?
Oh, I would totally say for real Sorrel is a faceless man. He's
She doesn't
he's
know
a-
about enough about faceless men to make that point.
She's going by the TV show. But
I am
let her
wrong, but
go.
Okay, let's hear this.
He's letting me go on the TV show thing. Oh god. I'm scared.
Let her go on the faceless men thing. I want to see what Katarina thinks of this.
So, but I could totally see him using his faceless man thing because he disappears. Nothing happens to him. There's no body found. Nothing bad happens to him that we've ever hear of happening to him, regardless if it's the book or the show. Because you've already said as much in the book that they never find his body. Ain't nobody dead.
Mm-hmm.
And so he could just be parading around doing all sorts of other things. Like, what if Syrio Farrell isn't even Syrio Farrell, and this entire time it's Jaqen Hagar training her as Syrio Farrell? And so...
Finkel is Einhorn.
Huh? What'd you say?
Finkel is Einhorn.
Or what if he took the face of one of the guards he killed?
That's what, yeah.
Oh, so Sir Maren Trant is no longer Sir Maren Trant?
I would, no, I think, maybe not, because does he end, because I don't know if he shows up in the book again or not, but
Oh, yes.
what if-
He's a Kingsguard member for on and on and on.
because what if Syrio just knocks him the fuck out and then disappears, but Maren Trant's not going to go around telling people he got away, he knocked me out.
No, he's
to
going to
make
say
it
he
clean-
killed him.
Yeah, he's going to say that he killed him, so he's going to get a clean getaway, he's going to take one of the faces of the guards that he's already killed,
Mm-hmm.
escape the fuck out of there, or just take off his Syrio face and escape the fuck out of there, and then go back to whatever and
Right.
continue training
But
Arya.
then does he still have the same? Does he have the same skills as Arya? Whereas Arya has the ability to like get taller with her faces. Does Syrio have that ability too? Because not all the faceless men can do that.
Maybe, I mean, if he's Jaqen Hagar, I would think so. Jaqen Hagar is like, or Jaqen Hagar is fucking amazing.
In the TV show.
Don't ruin it for me.
Like, Jaqen isn't the one who trains Arya in the books.
Well,
Isn't
that's
the wait for
disappointing
something?
as fuck.
I know, right? Thanks for that. I agree.
She's trained by the kindly man.
The kindly man.
I don't know if I like that guy.
Who's
I already don't.
You
He's
haven't even met him yet.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't follow with the storyline that she likes.
It doesn't
Or
follow the
knows.
story in my head, so I don't like it.
Okay, so you gotta do this. You gotta separate the books and the TV show. They're just two different things. That's what I do. That's how I can enjoy both of them. They're just two different things.
I can do that with the stuff that I've read so far, but because I don't know anything past it, I have a hard time doing it with stuff past it.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But like,
I
because
have
I do it to your sister now all the time. to Wyvern's sister, she'll mention something, be like, that's not how that happened in the book. And she'll be like, well, fine, be that bitch. And I'm like, oh, I will.
I don't think that Syrio is Jack and Hagar, but he could possibly be a faceless man.
Is he dead?
No, he's not dead. There's no body.
Right.
We have a unanimous Syrio is not dead.
Unanimous belief that Syrio is not dead.
So that
love
could
it.
be the 10 of our chapter. Syrio's not dead.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
That's funny.
Hot on the heels of Benjamin's not dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're all just fucking alive.
Nobody's
everybody.
dead. Nobody's dead. It's all a dream.
No one's not. Yeah. Bran wakes up at the end of book 7.
Do not say that. There are people who think that that's how it's going to happen.
I know, and then 99% of the people are going to be pissed.
99%
I would
of
be so mad. I would be so mad.
We'll riot.
Yep. Or if it turns out to be a freaking sci-fi story and it's like a post-apocalyptic, no, I don't want it.
Like they fall into a crypt somewhere, and then there's just pictures of people's old high school reunion that they never got to go to. And there's like a banner that says Class 010.
Oh my god.
Fucking stacking yearbooks in the corner, and they start going through them. Wow, these people are fucking smiling. Why are they smiling?
My older brother graduated in 010, and I was just so mad that he just kept saying 010, 010. I was like, no, not O, just 10.
It's just 10. Just 10.
There's no O, just 10. And
I should know that because I graduated in 10.
There's never an O. If anything, it's a fucking 0.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they're abbreviating it. They're putting an apostrophe O instead of 0.
When somebody asks for the time, you don't say 1005. You just say 1005.
Yeah.
I know, but it's annoying.
That's just what we do.
I know. Stupid English.
I agree.
All right, so Syrio proceeds to tell Arya a story to explain to her about how watching and seeing are different things, and how she needs to see everything.
I love how he emphasizes seeing and eyes, because that's a definite foreshadowing to her later in book 5, 4?
Absolutely.
I don't remember which one.
The Cat of the Canals, yes.
Way past me.
Oh, is that when she loses her vision or something?
She loses her vision, but she learns how to see through a cat.
Oh.
Because she can skin change.
Oh.
She doesn't really get much of it with Nymeria, so she gets a cat.
She's Cat of the Canals.
I like it. I like that she turns into a cat.
So who wants to regale us with the story of how Syrio became the first Sword of Bravos?
Make her do it.
I like to make other people do stuff. You try to make people who come on the show as a guest do it because we make you do shit all the time.
I don't want them to feel like they're not getting their voices in.
That's true, too.
Katarina's been voluntold again.
Okay.
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
So, I don't remember who he goes to. What's his name?
The Sea Lord of Bravos.
Yeah, that's it. The Sea Lord. So he goes. The Sea Lord calls upon him, and he has this beast. Everybody thinks it's a beast. And Syrio looks at it, and he's like, "No, it's not a beast. That's a cat, and it's not a girl. It's a boy, and its ears have been chewed off from fighting when it was a kitten. Like, you people are crazy seeing this big old lion when it's just a fat cat." That's it. That's all I got.
It's like, he goes, you know what? You're the first fucking person that hasn't told me this is some kind of magnificent tiger and that it's a fucking alley cat I picked up outside before coming in today.
It's such a simple story.
Speaking of which, at my work, there's a cat that looks just like this cat there. It's adorable. Tangent. He doesn't have any ears. They got chewed off.
You're not going to have any ears by the time we're done.
No, you'll be all right.
Ears, tongue, whatever.
All of
I
it.
feel like the tongue would be more useful in stopping the tangent.
See?
That's true.
If you take my ears off, I'm just going to keep going. I won't be able to hear you to tell me stop.
Yeah, she'll get louder, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, so Syrio is the first person to ever just step up and tell this idiot that, no, you don't have a fucking lion, tiger, beast thing. You have a stupid tomcat from the fucking streets.
Yes.
A fat one, too, apparently.
Yeah, a big fat tomcat.
I think I think the Sea Lord was also just looking for someone who wasn't just going to stroke his ego and tell him what it is, too. Like, tell it how it is.
Yeah, exactly. The same reason that Robert wants Ned and John Arryn as his hands. People who will tell him no.
Yes.
And that's kind of what the Sea Lord of Bravos
Look
wants.
what good that did King Robert.
Yeah.
Granted.
I like the description of the Sea Lord's menagerie, though, of the striped horses.
Zebras.
Yeah.
Yep,
zebras. The great spotted things with necks as long as stilts. A couple
Giraffes.
fucking giraffes.
I was like, it's Noah's Ark!
The hairy mouse pigs as big as cows, which I'm assuming is probably like a fucking yak.
Probably. Or a bull.
Yeah.
Along those lines.
Yeah. Stinging manticores. Tigers that carry their cubs in a pouch. So a fucking marsupial that's just
Kangaroo.
striped. Yeah, kangaroo with stripes.
Kangaroo, yeah.
Yeah. And terrible walking lizards with scythes for claws.
It's a kimono dragon.
But kimono dragon's not a claw.
Well,
they're not
no,
scythes.
it's some kind of kimono dragon.
But it's just like these are all describing things from our world, but it's just like it's like those fucking memes where it's like a danger noodle.
Yeah.
It's just a bad description of an animal we already have.
Or those ones where they have like two animals spliced together
Yes.
that look ridiculous. Yeah.
Yep. Like
So,
that.
Meanwhile, in Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking about a
Meanwhile,
cat
in
hour.
Australia,
Oh.
yes.
Like a what in Australia?
She goes, meanwhile, in Australia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and it's all just things from Australia. That's what they really look like.
It's all going to kill you because it's Australia.
So Syrio has finished telling Arya his story about becoming the first Sword of Bravos.
And then we have the
Which
cop knock on the door.
He's very proud of being first Sword of Bravos.
He really
Is
is.
that like Hand of the King of Bravos kind of like thing? Like kind of like the most important person over there?
He's like the steward.
I would think so, because that makes you... Because if the Sea Lord of Bravos is the most powerful guy, then being his first sword puts you in command of everybody else. Like, you're his go-to guy. So
Yeah.
it'd be the hand of the king.
Yeah.
The king, for sure.
Makes sense.
I
Yeah,
think maybe like a cross of the Hand of the King with the Lord Commander of the King's Guard, because
Yeah.
Right, because
Yeah.
it's protection.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, couldn't think of the word.
And I mean, if I had that on my resume, I would shove that down people's throats, too.
With a wooden stick?
Yeah, with a lead core. Which also begs me to ask, though, if he was the first sword to the Sea Lord of Bravos, why isn't he now? Did that guy die?
Maybe he retired.
I want to know who taught him.
The second sword of I don't know. He surpassed the Maester.
Keep fishing.
Just going for it.
Maybe Jack and Hagar taught him.
Mm.
It's possible.
Possible. Or the kindly man.
Yeah, I think that's more possible. The kindly
Yeah.
man. I think so.
I don't like this guy.
That makes me wonder how.
Who looks suspiciously like Bloodraven,
Syrio Farrell or the kindly man?
the kindly man.
Oh.
The kindly man.
All right, I
Wait,
like
is that
less.
the guy that talks to Bran?
Yeah, Bloodraven's
Yeah.
the guy in the tree.
Yeah.
And when you get to the kindly man, he has like a pale face with like a white snake coming out of it. And if you read the description of Bloodraven, when Bran first sees him, he's got a weirwood root coming out of his eye like a snake.
Oh, that's creepy. Somebody's
Ew.
watching over the kids.
Ew.
Yeah, can you see me walking around with a stick
Maybe-
poking out of my eye?
Maybe Ned asked him to. Like, hey, can you just take care of my kids? They're not bad.
I don't
They're
think.
just idiots.
I don't think Ned.
They're just dumb.
Oh yeah, the guy who thinks there's nothing wrong with anything he's doing is the dumbest man fucking alive.
Yeah,
It's like
he
my
died.
kids are fucking idiots.
Yeah, he died, and he's like, now I've seen the hubris of my ways, and someone take care of my kids, please, and make sure they don't be as dumb as I fucking was.
He died on the stairs of a different religion. I don't know if he saw his gods before he went.
Your gods are always with you.
Or not at all.
Listen, this is fantasy we're talking about here. Talk about the fantasy book.
All right. So what happens next?
So we got a cop knock at the door. You're like sitting there, just relax on the couch, and bam, 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 and it's some fucking Mirren Trant and his gaggle of Lannisters.
Show him the respect he's due. Sir Marin Trant.
Were you going to call him a
I shall
tramp?
not.
I was going to call him tramp.
I wanted to call him Tramp. But yeah, he and his
Tramp
gaggle
is
of
more
monsters
fitting.
What's that, Katarina?
I said tramp is more fitting.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, and they're like,
I
hey,
just-
Arya, come with us.
I just think it's funny that Syrio just made this big deal of seeing, and Arya didn't even notice. That's not Stark man, it's Lannister man, and she was just gonna go
Right?
with him.
Yeah.
Right?
I
He just got taught this lesson.
don't think it was much about looking at that point. It was the fact that with everything going on, it was your dad wants you, and she was going to go to her dad,
I wonder,
regardless of who came for her.
well, I wonder if the reason why she didn't really think of it so much is because she knows that her dad's men have been stretched real thin in the past couple of his chapters. Like, he sent out 20 of them to go get the mountain, and he gave a couple to this thing, and like, these, like, she knows that a good bunch of them are with him wherever the hell it is that he's at. So I wonder if she knows, and then 5 of them died. So I wonder if she just knows. Yeah, so I wonder if she's just in the mindset, like, she obviously did not notice that they were Lannisters specifically.
She just someone came for her dad.
Yeah, and that she didn't question it because she knows that their people are spread pretty thin.
But thankfully, Syrio
sees.
yeah.
Syrio sees. Syrio
And he's like,
observes.
no. You're not a Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
why,
Stark, no Arya.
why would Lord Eddard Stark send Lannisters of all people to collect Arya?
Why would
Yeah.
he send his arch nemesis
Yeah.
for his
Why would he
kids?
send the evil empire?
And he's not even part of like this.
jeez.
He's not even in this continent most of the time, and he understands that these people are not friends with each other.
Well, I have a feeling that he's landing now.
Well, now,
It has been for a while.
Has for the last 6 months at least.
yeah. So he must have gotten the
So how
memo.
is it that he understands that Ned doesn't like the Lannisters, but Arya's like, oh, okay, I'll just go with them.
I'm pretty sure Ned and Syrio talked.
I
to
understand
them.
she's 9, but she's a pretty smart 9-year-old.
Well, yeah,
She
she's
should
certainly
know better than that.
Yeah,
So she should be able to figure this out. I agree, and it's interesting how Syrio knows these things. Like, knows that Lannister should not be getting Arya, so he seems to have information beyond what just like a dancing teacher should know.
well,
Yeah.
right, but I also think that probably Ned and Syrio talk more than just all right, here's Arya's schedule. Here's when she can dance. When are you available?
I think it's just being a smart civilian to know which families fucking hate each other, so that way you don't walk up
Well,
to a
he's
Lannister
also-
and be like, "Hey, Stark, dude, how's it going?"
And he's also technically employed by the Starks
Yeah,
as a dancing instructor. So
And they just off screen him and Ned would have had a long conversation about him joining them and going to Winterfell and why they're going to Winterfell.
that's
'Cause
fair.
that's the whole reason that Arya is okay with going back, is that Syrio gets to come too.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
and because she's not throwing a fit about him not going, I would assume he's going with them,
Right.
Yeah.
even
would
though
think.
that was never.
It's never explicitly said, but
Why are you shaking your head at me?
Because you talking about Arya not throwing a fit reminded me of Sansa throwing a fit, and that her
Oh.
next chapter is 12 fucking pages that I have to
I
slip
forgot that that's the next chapter.
That's
Well,
why we're
let's
recording
not
that
think
one
about
tomorrow
that
on
now.
the order.
through. Thanks for that reminder.
So we didn't have to try to fit in 2 chapters, one of which is Sansa chapter today.
Oh, God. It wouldn't have worked.
It doesn't work when we try to do 2 chapters, one of them being a Sansa chapter.
Yeah.
Does not work.
Nope.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so
Well, it does
Well,
kind of say that Syrio is coming. Sorry, and to go back to the next chapter, the Eddard chapter. It says Syrio says we have time for one last lesson before we. So is she including?
Yeah,
that's, the
Syrio's
thing,
gonna go.
that's the thing, though. Is she including Syrio in the we, or is it the other we, as in like
Me and Sansa.
Sansa and Septa Mordain?
Well, no, 'cause
I think she's including him.
I think so too, because I assume that Syrio's going, so I assume she's including Syrio as well.
Well, in the last chapter, whatever, the chapter that they mentioned that at that conversation, Sansa specifically states that Arya gets to have her dancing master go with them to Winterfell. Why can't she say bye to Joffrey at least?
Because she says Arya gets one more dancing lesson
Yeah.
before
Oh.
they leave. But
I thought Syrio had to go
because
with them.
Arya's not throwing a fit that he's not going, I'm assuming he's going.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because a 9-year-old girl not getting her way, you're going to see it.
that's true. Well,
Especially
Syrio
Arya.
would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she won't throw a fit. Maybe she'll just start stabbing Septa Mordain or something.
Is that really a bad
With
thing?
her
though?
I don't
dinner
think it
knife.
is.
Yeah, I don't
really
think it is
don't.
either.
But throwing oranges at
Yeah,
Sansa.
they throw
Even if
blood
she's
orange at her.
I say, even if she's not getting stabbed with one thing, she needs to really get stabbed with another thing. Get that mood out of there.
Oh my god. Septa needs to get laid.
Yo,
Yeah.
we're headed down to the gutters.
Well, that's where Arya's headed anyways, so.
Chapter's already going there. You just gotta speed it up a little.
All right. Beautiful. So, yes. So, Sir Meryn Trant and some Lannisters have come in demanding that Arya come with them. Come with us, child, to see your father. And Syrio's like, no. Sends Arya out the back, which she, just takes,
Just kind of stands
37
there.
minutes to walk, 4 feet out of the room.
Yeah.
Well, mind you, this whole thing probably takes place in less than 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a minute or two, yeah.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
realizes Syrio's been holding back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
He's been taking it really easy on her.
which is like blows my mind. Where she goes, he's just been toying with me. He's a first sword.
Yeah, you think you're that good already?
Yeah.
Seriously?
It must be like a first blood thing to think they're just that fucking
Or
bad.
it could
God.
just be she's a 9-year-old kid who actually thought she
John
was
was
getting
the-
one up on the teacher.
No, John was the same way. John thought he was better than every single person at the wall until what's-his-face was like, dude, none of them have held a fucking sword before. They're not losing, or you're not winning just because they lose.
Well, no, but John is that good, though. That's the thing.
I mean, he is.
John
but
is
they need-
legit better than everybody else at the wall with a sword.
But they need to
Yeah.
knock him down a peg or two because he's getting too fucking
He's
cocky
cocky,
about it.
Right, but
Yeah.
John is legit that good.
And
He's
Ar-
also 6 years older than Arya.
Right. And
Yeah.
Arya's not cocky about it. She's just happy she almost hit the teacher.
Right. And now she's like, oh, if he were playing full out,
I'd be dead.
I wouldn't have even come close
No.
to hitting him.
Oh no, you'd be dead, girl.
Yeah.
Which makes him a really good teacher to let her think that she could almost hit him because that's the encouragement. Which
Yeah.
means he allowed that little instance to happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But because
She'd have a
that's
ton of
also-
lessons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes full balls to the wall with his wooden sword and just destroys these 4 Lannister guards.
Pokes one in the eye.
One through the
Yeah,
eye,
oh, God.
cracks knees, breaks arms.
Crushes a throat.
Yeah, he just
Oh.
goes full on.
Didn't he
badass
butcher
mode.
style him back across the back of the neck when he was trying to get up?
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah,
the other guy, because the one guy was trying to get up, and then he broke the one guy's knee, and he came down to cut the guy's head off with his sword on his way to falling down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the one guy was going after him. He danced out of the way as per Dancing Master.
Yep.
And the other guy killed the other guy with his
Oh,
sword and
okay.
went through the mail and everything.
Yeah.
So he thought he was going to hit
So he
Syrio,
killed
and
his
Syrio's
own.
like,
He killed his own man.
yeah,
That's
it was
hilarious.
a friendly fire thing because he literally just.
Well,
rolled to
you
the
know
side.
what happened. This is what happens when you get a bunch of stormtroopers and red shirts in the same room.
Oh, God. So much friendly fire.
Stormtroopers who are red shirts.
Yes,
Have you
exactly.
seen that meme? What happens when stormtroopers and red shirts go in battle against each other?
Yeah, nobody wins, nobody loses.
Yeah,
Well, I thought it was the stormtroopers miss everybody, but somehow the red shirts
also all die. Yeah, the stormtroopers miss every shot. It's like Schrodinger's battle.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like the emus would still win that war.
They would end that war.
Emus would absolutely
That should be
win
the new
war.
thing. When stormtroopers and red shirts get in a battle, the emus win.
Which emo wins? So Meryn Trant is like, fuck. You idiot Lannister dumbasses. There's an old guy with a freaking wooden sword, and you guys can't handle this shit.
Yeah,
So he
I was yelling at the dead guys.
he was yelling at the dead
So
guys.
he unsheathes his sword, I am He-Man, Thundara.
And Arya realizes Syrio's screwed because this guy's head to toe covered in metal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Full on armor, not just a little bit of plate and mail like the Lannisters were.
Yeah,
He's
because they had
full on
leather
decked
pants and
out.
stuff.
Yeah.
Which here we go with this whole poorly planned Lannister suit of armor thing. They've got their dicks protected with a cod piece made of steel.
I was
But
wondering
they
what
don't
the fuck
have
a
their
cod
face-
piece was.
Yeah, it's a plate of steel that goes over your package.
Oh, so
That's what a cod piece
that's
is.
what they wear in I want to say SpongeBob, the one character's got the shell right there.
Yes, yeah, it's a cod piece,
Okay.
and so they've got their dicks protected, but they don't have their fucking femoral arteries protected or their jugulars. nothing else that's
Yeah, they-
important.
Because, they can still have sex if their legs wrapped up.
It's true.
Not if they bleed
It's true.
out.
No, yes, it has
Don't
not
try.
done. There's not enough blood to do both.
All
We'll
right.
have sex for the last go. I'll just be dead. It's fine.
So Sir Meryn Trant walks in, steps into the battle.
Legit in
The
armor.
Imperial Death March plays.
Bum 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 bum.
Thank you. And so Syrio starts to go after him with his wooden sword, and Sir Meryn Trant just easily just chops that sumbitch in half,
Yeah.
slices through the lead, and Sirio's left with like a stump.
And Arya
Yeah.
goes, oh shit, and runs out the door.
He's Sir Vardis now.
Well,
he's
he's
got
like-
half a sword.
Yeah, he's told her twice now, like,
To
just
go.
run away. Like, he won't, he's not breaking his glance off of these guys because he's got to watch them and see what they do.
And he still knows she's there.
Yeah, and she's still there, and he knows it. And he goes, all right, child, it's time for you to run now.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Like, legit time to go. Like, can you not see? I don't have a weapon anymore.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch this.
Oh,
All right, so
She takes
I
off
actually
running.
like that she stands there and watches them and shows how loyal she is, even though that's happening.
agreed.
So that's
Yeah,
how
She
bad
doesn't
for
want to
her.
leave him.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to leave him. Agreed.
She wouldn't do that to Sansa.
All right.
No.
Oh, God, no. She'd help. She'd be like, oh, hey, Lannister, you're killing my sister. Give me one of those.
I think maybe later on she
I
would
think she'd
stay for
want to,
Sansa,
but
but
she wouldn't.
now, no.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I think she'd want to, but I don't think she'd want to stand her mother's wrath for
Yeah.
that.
Probably two people she'd stand by, like 3 people she'd stand by like that for. Syrio Farrell, Ned,
John.
and John. Yep,
Yeah. those are
exactly.
yep.
She
Okay.
might for Rob though. I think she Rob. She
Yeah,
likes
probably
a lot,
Rob.
too.
Probably Bran. Certainly not Sansa.
Not Sansa.
Maybe
So she'd do
Rickon.
it
She
for
would-
all her brothers, but not for
She would
herself.
hesitate for her mom a little bit because it's her mom. But then she'd be like, whatever.
Yeah, she's a Tully.
There'd be no hesitation for Septa Mordain.
No.
No,
Not even a little.
Done. Yeah.
but none of these people are on our kill list, so.
It's true.
Yeah. All right. So we all agreed earlier that Syrio is probably still alive. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, because she leaves at this point. We don't see what happens with the rest of the fight anymore.
Yeah. But if there ain't no body, there ain't no body dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sticking to the Syrio still alive.
I wonder how many times we can say that in this episode, because 3 of us have said that so far.
We
Well,
can
it's
say it a
because
lot.
that's because I've beat it into your guys' brains whenever we
She
mention.
said it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
There ain't
Well,
no
she's listened to all the
body. There ain't
episodes
no
already.
body
That's
dead.
true.
I got that from Band of Brothers. There ain't no body. There ain't no body dead.
That's fine.
This reminds me of the song about the skeleton. I ain't got nobody. I don't know how the rest of it goes. That's all
I
I'm
have
trying
no
to
idea
know.
what you're talking
What?
about,
What?
so.
You really want me to go on a tangent about this right now?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
No.
See?
All right. So then Arya runs.
And runs.
Yes.
And-
Runs out.
Yeah. What is it? Fear cuts deeper than swords.
Yes.
Fear cuts deeper than a blade or something.
Fear
Yeah.
cuts deeper than swords. And she's got all the other ones, like,
Running in a loop
Yeah.
in her head
yeah,
Mhm.
as she's
but
running away.
the one that repeats itself is fear cuts deeper than swords.
Which she knows that Syrio did not seem afraid at all, even though he had no weapon against knights with swords.
Yeah. Good steel, too. Like,
Yeah.
top-notch
Oh, yeah.
steel.
Lannister steel.
Yeah. Top-notch fucking steel here.
And he wasn't afraid at all. Stood there like a man
Yeah.
and defeated them all except for one.
Are you saying that
And
he's...
he was like a foot shorter.
Oh, yeah. He's a
Yeah.
tiny little guy.
He's a... Yeah.
He's short. He's
And
like me short.
He's like shorter than you short. He's
like-
Italian.
He's like the crypt keeper.
Bravos, these are like Italian people. Italian are small, but they're scrappy little bastards.
Oh, I bet.
All right. So she runs, and where does she make it to?
She gets to like a corridor and
She
she goes, do I go up to the tower or do I go down to wherever?
Right, because she's trying to find her dad.
Yeah.
I need to find Dad to straighten this all out. What's going on?
Yep.
But
And
She
don't-
knows that they would expect her to go find her dad, so she does the opposite.
Yep.
Right.
Just runs
Smart
down.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she still goes to look for her dad, but goes in a different way in which.
Right.
Yeah. And she still gets, and then realizes she kind of trapped herself in the cellar until she sees the window
Mm-hmm.
and starts like fucking spider monkeying her ass up on the barrels and like
Yeah.
hopping from barrel to barrel.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm waiting for the barrels to come
I
toppling
was thinking
down.
that. I was like, God, like when is she gonna push on one and the whole cascade's gonna go down and then everyone's gonna know
And
what
watch
is
it
now.
not be barrels of alcohol, but barrels of wildfire or whatever it's called.
Oh god.
That would suck.
Wildfire.
Yeah, I would not put it past Cersei to have wildfire replace the bot in the Tower of the Hand and replace the wine with it. That would be exactly something Cersei would do.
Well, yeah, because you want a centralized explosion and you want it right where it's going to impact the most.
Yeah, she would. Cersei, fuck Cersei.
I love Cersei. She's such a great character.
I just like the actress that played her. I don't like her
book
character so far.
Her book character is better than the TV show character, I think. Personally.
Her TV show character isn't terrible, though. She's actually fairly smart.
Lena Headey plays it pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
She seems smarter in the TV show than in the books, but...
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, she just does so much stuff in the books. I'm like, okay, you should have done that.
Yeah.
I think she's a more rounded character in the books, though, because she has flaws and shit.
That makes me...
I actually like her more... Well, I like to hate her more in the show than in the books.
I don't blame you there, because Lena Headey does an amazing job playing her.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She does.
I love the character, but I hate the character. Does that make sense?
Which
sure does.
Which
I hate to love her, love to hate her.
Found out this is not the first time Lena Headey's played a queen, because she also played King Leonidas' queen in the 300.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, oh my god, he's married to Cersei. Dude, run!
You're dead. You need to run.
Yep. And then he ran away, and he still died. So, yeah, it's about par for the course for her.
Yeah, they all died.
And unfortunately, Robert didn't get to go, this is Westeros!
Yeah, that would have been amazing. That would have been
That would have
amazing.
been funny.
We should do that now. put that face on that gif.
Oh god.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So she shimmies her way through that window
And
to the base of the Tower of the Hand and gets down to the stable area. And
down to the stables.
yeah. And then finds...
She had to walk through an open garden. And she had to force herself to walk slowly and calmly.
That's after.
Like,
This is after.
No, this was to get to the stables.
No. She was
that's
running.
right. This was after the stables.
That was after
Right.
the stable when
Because
she had
she's
to
all
walk across the
jacked
courtyard.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she just killed somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had Needle and her bundle of clothes, and she was wrapped in her cloak.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
But before that,
I
she comes...
apologize.
Yeah, she gets into the stable, and then she finds poor Hullen, who's been turned into a fucking pincushion.
Yeah.
Yep. Still alive.
Still alive.
Like all of the Stark's people being killed.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it's
And
just
there's-
fucking Starkicide.
Mhm.
3 more dead inside.
It's true. I was going to say genocide, but Starkicide sounded
I
cooler.
vote for that for the chapter title.
Starkicide. I'll write that down.
I like that he calls her Arya Underfoot just in case someone's listening.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. It's good.
I thought it was just because that's what he called her back home.
That's what most people called her back home. They like Underfoot was her, like how Jaime's Kingslayer.
Yeah.
She was Underfoot because she was always getting into trouble and running under people because she's tiny.
She's probably the only person there named Arya in King's Landing.
I would think so.
Probably.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Unless
Because,
someone-
only the men seem to be named after other people, so.
Yeah. But if someone heard Arya's name, that'd probably be the first person they would think of would be Arya Stark.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Mhm.
thought there was another Arya.
She's going to look it up.
Yep.
But I feel bad for her because poor Hullen's just like, you must go warn your father. And she's already looking for her dad.
Yeah.
And now she's got to warn him. And now, that's just a whole nother pile of stress to throw on top of her after being attacked by Lannisters.
Yeah. And now she sees her own family member peoples
Mhm.
being killed by the Lannisters.
People she's known her entire life.
Yep.
She's mad at the one who kicks his dead body because he was the one that said that, they were worth 10.
Yeah. Well, that was Desmond.
I didn't give a name. I
Oh.
said one of the
One of the
bodies.
other guys. Yeah, that was Desmond or something like that is the guy's name because he had held
Yeah.
up his sword and said 1 Northerner's worth every 10.
Yep, and there
Southerners.
was 4 dead Northerners and only 1 dead Southerner.
Yeah. Which, to her credit, she didn't see anything happen but I would assume that it might have been the 4 Northerners, probably against like 15
Right.
Or 50.
or 50 Lannisters at that point.
Right.
So killing one guy at that point with those kind of odds
It's
is
still pretty.
yeah, it's pretty fucking
impressive.
good.
Right, but she's
Especially for
angry
not
and
warriors.
she's angry and upset that all her people are dying, and she can't do anything about it.
Plus, they're
so.
probably taken by surprise. Like, they're probably not expecting to be attacked as Lannisters walk in.
Yeah.
Well, no, they were packing up their fucking
Right.
Trunk,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
they're packing up the carriage and the trunks and stuff.
yeah.
Which is where she finds her trunk because she notices all of the clothing that she doesn't wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know those silks. They're in my drawers every time I fucking move by them.
Yes. Yep. And then she goes, "Oh, needle! I need needle." And she goes digging for it. And while she's digging for it, who pops up?
Fat kid.
A dead man. Well,
A
a
dead
dead
man.
boy.
A dead man.
That's right. A dead man walking. He didn't know it yet. And he goes, and she tells him that he's gonna go with her, and she tells him stay away.
See, I thought it was a little kid.
No, I mean it is a young.
Yeah,
He's probably like
it's a
15.
boy.
Okay, I was thinking it was
Yeah,
just
it's a
this
stable boy.
scrawny little kid.
Yeah, but remember Hodor is also a stable boy, and he's like 30 or 40 or something like
Yeah.
that.
But he's a stable boy because
Yeah, but you're a stable boy.
Fucked him up.
Yeah, but there's everyone's a stable
Supposedly.
boy, but there's only one stable master who was Hullen. I would think.
Agreed.
Like,
What does Arya do to him?
oh, she fucking
Runs him clean.
sticks him with the pointy end.
yeah.
She
She
sticks him with the pointy end.
I'm
She's
sorry,
somewhere to put it.
Katarina.
That's all right.
she shows him how to get there.
She gave him more than the tip.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
God, she did. Oh.
Got the whole thing.
She loses all of Sirio's training,
Mm-hmm.
but remembers John's training.
Yeah.
Her first and only important lesson was swords.
Basic instinct, man.
Good guys with swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good guys with swords this time.
And she sticks him with the pointy end.
And that dumb
And-
kid had a pitchfork and he fucked up.
Yeah. And she didn't like just stab him straight through. She went up and went through the stomach, got all the organs, and then came out through his spine, between his
Right through
scapulas.
right through the diaphragm.
Really?
Yeah. That's what it's called.
I know that's how it's Raggle Fraggle Rock. Oh my
Oh
god.
God.
That's hilarious.
I like how much of a point George makes it to show how the stable boy talks compared to how Arya talks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I says, come. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And
I
then
also don't like how this little fucker, stable boy, before he dies, tells Arya that her father's dead.
yeah.
That was rude. That was fucking rude. That deserves.
I mean, it's
right there.
true. At this point, it's not entirely true yet, but it
Yeah,
will be true.
Yeah, he's on borrowed time still.
Yes, he is. Oh, so then Arya runs off to get away from
Well,
the
she
scene of
thinks
the crime.
about saddling up a horse and going out the front gate.
Yeah, and then he
Realize-
realizes the gate's gonna be closed.
Yeah, gates are gonna be closed. That's way too conspicuous.
Mhm.
Like
She's
dirt
like, "What if
people
I'm a
dressed like-
boy? What if they think
Yeah.
I'm a boy?"
Yep.
Which could work.
Except that some people still know what she looks like by face.
Yeah, I say,
Yeah.
well, they already thought she was a little boy the first time she tried to go home after getting out of the tunnels. And they're like, get the fuck out of here, boy. And she
Yeah.
goes, I'm a girl, and my name's Arya, and my dad's gonna fucking kill you.
Mhm.
They're going to be looking at everyone who goes through those gates.
That's true.
Or
Oh,
that
yeah.
tries to go through those gates.
And they're not gonna have a dumbass that doesn't know who people are.
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably have
Pulling
someone
this hour.
that knows who everybody is now. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're looking for her.
Arya. Always.
I
getting
wouldn't
into
be
trouble.
surprised if Sir Mir and Trant went to the gate because he knows that she's gone.
Right.
Maybe.
Or
Try
is
to
he
follow
now,
her.
or is he now dead and Syrio has taken his face?
That's
Ooh.
I don't think that's true, but I mean,
I would
So it's a
think
good
that
thought, though.
if he did, I would think that he would know that Arya wouldn't be stupid enough to try and make it through the gates.
of course, it also makes something that happens later on in the books kind of hard to stomach. So
Oh, did that really happen?
you get to later on.
Oh, I don't wanna. Not if what you just said is a thing that could happen, and then the thing that happens later is, no, that's too many bad things.
Well, then I have to send Syrio for real.
This is
I
a
feel
game
like,
for children.
though, if Syrio had taken Mirren Trant's face, that would not have happened.
Agreed.
That's true. He would have revealed himself to her.
Right. Absolutely agreed.
Especially because at that part, she would have already been, like, at that point, she was already part of the Faceless Men's training program, I guess.
Training program. Yeah. I guess you can call it that.
Yeah.
Training programs.
They used an air quote.
Yeah, she's a semi-faceless man by that point.
Yeah. Because she can do the thing, but she's not allowed to do the thing yet.
Right.
Is that like nearly headless?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I love
Or
you.
mostly dead.
Yeah.
Mostly dead,
dead.
Mostly dead.
But he's not all dead. Thank you, Miracle
Is
Max.
there any more important things we need to cover while Lady Wyvern is busy typing away on her phone?
I'm paying attention.
Let's see. Oh, she goes back down to the dungeon where she realizes, because she's got a candle with her. She stole a couple candles from one of the Seps.
Yeah.
And she's got so she lights up the candle. I don't know what the fuck she lit the candle up with because she didn't have a torch with her.
She went
I
back
think it was
to
already
a fire.
lit.
Just torches on the walls.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
So
Can she reach them?
I feel like they wouldn't be.
I
that
mean,
bad.
she's been climbing through all kinds of shit already, so
I'm sure she can
Yeah.
she can
find a way to
climb
get
up to it.
Yeah, she's a monkey. I mean, she's not quite as much as a
Right.
brand, but used to be.
Well, she can climb up a pile of barrels without toppling them all over.
Exactly.
Monkeys in a barrel.
So she lights that candle up in that dark, crypty dungeon area and realizes that they're not monsters. She finally sees that they're the dragons.
Mhm.
Yep. That's right, because they didn't tell her they were dragons
Right.
because they thought she was lying
Yeah,
or making up stories.
yeah. Because I mean, I'm sure Ned is full aware that the dragon heads are in the dungeon.
Right,
Oh,
but
he
he
has to
wasn't
be.
paying
Yeah.
attention at that point.
Yeah,
He
well,
was
'cause
just
she used the first word she described somebody with was a wizard.
Mhm.
yeah.
So he thought she was doing her game playing thing or
Yeah.
whatever. Like kids with their imaginations.
Even though Ned knows a wizard. Thoros of
So
Mirren.
Oh, that's right.
there is, I don't believe it, but there is, I think, maybe a slight evidence towards Syrio being dead. Is that that small voice that keeps whispering to Arya? I don't believe it.
All right, get
I
out.
think it's just.
So there's a ghost following Arya?
Yeah.
Well,
If he is dead, that would be his ghost trying to help her through leaving and escaping.
That was before she
But-
made it to the crypt when she was at the
Yeah.
stable. She
Right.
heard the thing like calm as a river or something, or quiet as a shadow, and she heard the voice in her head, but it wasn't her voice that she was hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't know whose voice it was. She says, was it her own or was it Sirio's?
Yeah,
So if ghosts are real in this fantasy realm, then
Well,
that's
we
proof
don't
that
have any
Syrio is
evidence to say they are
Or aren't.
or aren't. That is true.
yeah, it's kind of up in the air.
real. Yeah, we have no evidence either way.
I hope Sirio's alive. I
do
want
too.
Syrio to be alive.
I want Syrio to be alive.
More than I want
Agreed.
Sandra to be alive.
We can't be friends. Actually, no, I agree with you. Though. I agree with
We
you
can't be friends, but I agree with you.
exactly.
And then also, I think it's funny. Arya doesn't follow the new gods, I don't think. But she's
I
like,
don't
the
think
gods
she-
won't mind that she steals 2 candles. Why would she care about the new gods caring if she stole the candles?
I think because I mean, even though the new gods aren't her gods, I still think her gods, the old gods, would still frown upon her from stealing from a sacred place. Because and that is just the idea of like even the Night's Watch don't really give a crap about the weirwoods being sacred, but they don't let the horses into the circle of the weirwood
circle.
trees because it's sacred ground.
Well, that guy was specifically from a northern house.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well,
Yeah,
that
that's
and
why he's the one who went.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that if she worships the old gods, they're not going to be all but her about her stealing a couple candles to help her survive from another religion's chapel or whatever it's called, sept.
I don't think any god's going to be upset about her stealing some candles to see. The fucking candles.
I
She
don't
didn't steal money from the treasury.
I don't know if she actually even worships any gods at this point.
Yeah, she doesn't even seem like she cares about the old gods or the new gods.
Yeah.
Doesn't
or
she
other gods.
start worshiping the faceless god?
Well, there is one.
Maybe right-
She's trained that there is one
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
The
maybe
god of
she's
death.
agnostic at this point where she feels like there might be something more, but she doesn't know what it is yet because
Yeah.
she doesn't believe either one of those two.
Usually there's nothing.
There could be that too.
Who knows? Maybe we'll find out later.
She never tells us.
Maybe we'll find out later. What Arya
Maybe.
believes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Don't give out too many spoilers for us.
We won't.
All right.
All right, so I
Oh,
think
wait.
we need...
Oh, never mind. She was talking about the time that Rob took them down into the crypts when they were children. And I saw that. And they were going through the crypts or whatever, and Rob was showing them where they were going to be in the crypts, like where they were going to be buried. And then John jumps out with flour on his face, and Arya punches him in the face.
No, he was
Yeah,
had
she-
flour.
Yeah, well, he's got flour all over it, whatever. Yeah, and she, like,
Brave little girl.
Bran runs. He gets the
Yeah,
fuck
she's
out of there.
already.
Yeah. Rickon attaches himself to Rob's, like, screaming,
Screaming.
and Arya punches him.
Yeah.
And
Arya
what did
punches him in the
Sansa
arm.
do?
Sansa wasn't there. She's
Oh.
a cunt. She doesn't go down there.
I thought she was down there.
Icky places with the...
She's the Tully. She doesn't hang out with Stark kids.
Oh my god.
Arya's already a badass at like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Punch.
Punching ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
And then yells him, "You're
For all
stupid,
you know,
you
it
scared the
could have
baby."
been a reflex.
Yeah, and it was a reflex, but that just shows that Bran's first reflex was to get the fuck out of there. Fight or flight. Bran fucking he flew. He was out. But Arya's like, I'm going to deck you in the face. I'm not like, I might be scared, but I'm still going to fight back.
Good girl.
And then she goes, and then that moment is when she's like, all right, I'm no longer afraid of being down here because fear cuts deeper than a sword.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the stable boy jumps out in front of her again, she'll fucking stab him again.
Mm-hmm.
You go, Arya. You go.
Damn. Badass.
Yep.
She's going to have to be to survive what's coming up in the next few chapters.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Just
she
delve
thinks
deeper.
she can make it back to Winterfell, but at the moment, not yet.
Yeah, that's a long trek.
I think she's
Yeah, it
helping.
is. Like, I just have to get on the King's Road and keep riding, and I'll get there.
Oh, she's 9.
No.
Yeah,
She's 9.
I mean, I know, but and she could probably follow the King's Road. That probably wouldn't be a problem. But it's just one of those things where she probably thinks, even though it took them a long time to get down, I think she also is aware of the fact that it would take her by herself significantly less time to get back up.
Well, yeah, but then she has to worry about sleeping and eating and taking care of the horse and
Bandits.
I think she should have gone to
again.
the ship that her father had arranged. She should have gone there instead.
Yeah,
Got home a lot easier.
Yep.
that's true.
that's very true.
'Cause
If
somebody
she
tells
could have
me Ned
gotten
did
to the
that.
harbor.
Yeah, so that's something tells me Ned did that real cloak and dagger like, and that no one really knows that his kids are supposed to be on that ship,
Mm-hmm.
except maybe Varys because it's fucking Varys.
And he knows everything, but so is Littlefinger.
It's true.
Like in Pirates when Elizabeth's supposed to get on the ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so
Somebody else dropped a Disney reference for the day.
oh, yeah.
And you can't yell at us for it.
You can podcast with us anytime.
You
Disney
did it
references.
first, though.
She always
Oh, yeah.
says it first.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Aladdin one.
That was me. Good guys with
Yeah.
swords.
Good guys with swords. That's true.
All right, so I think we're on to we need to agree upon a name
Ugh.
for the chapter.
So I've got 3 written down.
What do we got?
So we have Stark aside
Sweet.
right now. Syrio's not dead. And then I put one down before we started the chapter that says Underfoot the Underdog.
I like.
Underfoot the Underwolf.
Underfoot the Underwolf. I like that. See? Adapt and modify.
What was the first one?
Stark aside, because all the fucking Starks are being
I like
worked out
that
like a
one.
genocide.
All the dead Starks.
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
Couldn't put the Starks back together again.
Exactly.
It's gonna make me cry.
the problem is there's no Starks dying yet.
Yeah,
it's just all
They're the
their
Stark's
people.
men.
I think I like the Underfoot, the Underwolf, because it's about Arya being the Underwolf at this point, and she's fucking making it through. She's got everything stacked against her, and she's still going.
She's trying.
And then there's hashtag Syrio's not dead, which I would hope that you would put like the hashtag symbol, write out hashtag Syrio's not dead.
Not a fucking chance.
I didn't think so.
No.
We're not doing hashtag.
I love hashtag.
It's so fucking
Retarded.
annoying.
I fucking love it.
So
Anyway,
waste of space.
My contribution is the pointy end.
The pointy end.
The pointy
Yes.
end.
I
I
like
had
the
that
pointy
written
end.
down too.
I do like the pointy end. So we in agreement about the pointy end then?
I
You
vote,
seem to like
I
it.
vote the
Yeah.
pointy end.
I vote
I like
Yeah.
that one.
All right,
Okay.
the pointy end.
The pointy end.
Beautiful.
I like it.
Because Arya is the pointy end of the spear.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Just had a thought. The Dothraki would 100% respect Arya.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Arya joined Daenerys?
Could you imagine if Arya was just a Khaleesi instead of Daenerys? Would have a much better book.
They wouldn't let her fight like that though. They don't.
I don't know, they would.
Watch him try to
I
stop.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be able to stop her.
Swap faces real quick.
She'd take Jogo and run her fucking needle right through his throat and be like, "Anybody got a problem?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it'd all be like, and then his blood eyes be like, you killed our call or whatever. And then she would.
I said Jogo.
Jogo's the Blood Rider.
Oh. Doesn't he become
He
a
becomes
call
her
later?
Blood Rider.
No,
Yeah,
who's the guy who becomes a call later?
Oh, whatever his name is.
Yeah, because
Well,
he's.
you're also talking about the TV show.
Oh, that's right.
So
I forgot
You
he's
know.
on there.
maybe we'll get there in the books. Maybe we won't.
I don't know. All I know is that she'd kill a call, the Blood Riders would come, and she'd call through the fucking Blood Riders, and then the whole call starts to be like, we down.
Oh, yeah.
None of which has happened in the books yet. So we'll have to see what happens.
No
Fingers
leaders.
crossed.
What is it they saying?
It is known.
No.
Well, speaking to you,
Arya is a
I'm
Khaleesi. It
trying
is
to
known.
think. I'm trying to think how the saying goes.
What is it a saying for? Like, what is it from or whatever?
It's from Dune.
Oh, I don't know. Nothing about it.
It's been too long since I've read it. I'm not going to get any quotes right. So,
I've never read or seen the movies or the books.
you ever seen the books?
Never seen the books. Actually, I've seen the cover of her book,
Okay.
so that might count.
It's no leader except something without the challenge. Or I can't remember.
We're not going to know it for you. So,
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Can't help you out. Sorry, friend.
all right. So,
all right.
what's our next chapter?
It's Sansa. Fucking fortunately.
No, it's not.
Sansa 4.
No, that's what we're recording next. It's not the next. The next one's
Arya
John.
4,
Oh, yeah, no,
Sansa
she's
4,
Sansa 4.
John 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Come on,
Sansa's next.
bitches.
We're all screwed up because our recording
So
is
it's
off.
Sansa. So, yay.
See? Told you. Looking at my little chapter drop.
Yep. So it's another Sansa chapter we have to get through.
Yeah.
God. Oh, do they ever go away?
No.
Damn it, George.
They've got to at some point. I thought, if Arya's the one that has chapters in every book, when does Sansa's
They
chapters
kind of do
disappear?
go away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What book do they go away for?
Well, that's because she's not. That's because she's not Sansa anymore.
What?
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 She goes by a different name.
What? I give up. I'm out. Done.
She becomes Elaine.
Elaine?
Elaine Stone.
Yeah.
To save
But
her
I
own
don't. I think there is at least one book that doesn't have
Well,
a,
she's
like,
either.
Elaine
Yeah,
or Sansa
she-
in it.
I think she's in Dance of Dragons, but not A Feast for Crows.
Yeah.
'Cause
Because
that was
those,
all at one
those two are at the same time, technically.
Yeah,
Her mom's going to be so upset that she turned herself into a bastard.
but she's Littlefinger's bastard. So
That's even worse for Catelyn. Catelyn's going to be pissed. Fucking Stoneheart's going to fucking rip her heart out. God damn.
No, she's too busy trying to kill Brienne and Pod.
What?
What?
and Jamie.
What? Well, that part I knew. What?
Yeah.
What Brienne do?
She
Was
helped
friends-
Jamie.
Jesus.
I know.
She's trying to kill Aslan Targaryen. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's not okay. Well, I knew she was trying to kill Aslan Targaryen, but why is Stoneheart trying to kill Brienne just because they're friends? Like, she's trying. I thought she was supposed to protect her daughters.
Because
That's a TV
Brienne
show.
has Jaime's sword, and Jaime's still alive.
Jesus
Gotta
Christ.
kill, gotta kill the sword before you can
Use
kill
your
the
whiteboard.
man.
I do. I need a corkboard, a bunch of pins, and some yarn
What was
of
that,
various color.
Katarina?
You gotta kill the sword before you can kill the man.
You must kill your name before he kills you. Little gladiator.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's it.
All right.
Got the title,
The pointy end.
got the discussion.
Good discussion.
Absolutely. Want to thank Katarina for coming on.
Thanks,
Being our
Katarina.
Thank
second
you.
patron on the show.
Yeah.
It was lots of fun.
Cool like our patrons. You can go over to patreon.com/ironwood.
Yeah.
Get early access, uncut versions of the show, as well as join us for an episode to discuss a chapter that you love or you hate,
Either way.
or a character that you love or you hate.
Yeah.
Yep, we're flexible either way. If you want to check us out online, you can go over to our website, IceAndFirePod.com.
Mm-hmm.
Has links to all of our stuff. If you want to find us on the Twitters, I am at Maester Ironwood.
I'm at Lady_Wyvern.
And I am at Widow Wolfsbane. And you can find us by pretty much any social media platform with searching the hashtag IceAndFirePod.
Yep.
Excellent.
All right.
So until next time,
With fucking Sansa.
with Sansa.
I'm sorry, guys. We're already sorry.
We do have a new patron who likes Sansa, though. He's a fucking fansa. I don't get
Oh,
it.
good. So
Listen, he
let's.
should
Oh,
come on
yeah.
and try to persuade us.
I saw him on Twitter commenting on stuff, and I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
nah, not gonna say anything.
I can't blame you.
Well, Maester let out our little secret that we like to play it up just because it's Sansa and Catelyn.
I mean, but then I also admitted that I don't like them, but we play it up a little.
Yeah,
Oh,
I say, yeah, our hate of them
absolutely.
is a little hyperbole on the show.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
being Joffrey apologist is a little beyond what I actually believe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Just
gotcha.
a little bit. Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, okay.
I gotta get going here soon, anyways. I got actually starting my own podcast today.
Oh, very nice.
It's not about books, but
What's it
it's
about?
gonna be fun. Me and my friend Jess are gonna go through the top 250 movies on IMDb.
Oh,
Nice.
I like
So that
that.
should be fun.
It should be
Well,
fun.
plug it. What's it called?
Kat and Jess talk the best.
There you go.
Cat and Jess, what?
Talk the best.
Talk the best.
All right. We'll look it up.
Yep.
We'll have to drop that in at the end of the episode.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
That'd be
right.
awesome. It was fun talking to you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Now I need to edit so I can be done in time for the Yankee game tonight.
Oh yeah, you don't want to miss baseball.
I don't.
'Cause
Oh.
there's how many episodes this season? Or not
Episodes.
episodes,
There's
I watch too
162
much TV.
games,
games.
plus
Like
plus
100
more
something.
because they're going to make the playoffs.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah.
It is. It's amazing. All right. We'll catch you later, Katarina. Enjoy your new podcast. It's fun.
Thanks.
Kind of.
I'm looking forward to it.
Beautiful. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, dear.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.